Fairmont 7 updates on their way. This is the 8.8. I picked this up a while ago. I just haven't gotten to it. It's my fault. So the next thing is the Fairmont has the stock 7.5. Can you imagine that? One of the reasons why I quit on the dyno at 700 horsepower was a fear of shooting an axle out on the roller. And I wanted to get this diff in. Also, the gears I have are extremely short. I have 373s from a Ranger in the stock 7.5. But that is not good for the 6-speed. The 6-speed has a double overdrive, 5th and 6th. First gear, I've said this probably 1,000 times, but I have to explain it. First gear on a 6L80E is a 408. It is extremely short. It's meant to make like bigger, heavier cars have a much more aggressive first gear, so they're not very lazy, like a CTS-V or a Silverado, or I had a G8 GT, and that has like a 292 rear gear and a 26-inch tire. So what I have there is, what did this thing? Man, I got this rear from my buddy Michael Cavallaro. It had 436 gears in it. They're right there, 436 gears. And I just, because we're going to put this diff in the Fairmont, I just pulled it apart. I'm going to get axles. Well, I bought axles from Summit and a True Track. So they're on the way. I'm going to put them in this diff with the 273s. So on a, like, I use the Grim Jeeper gear calculator, and it says that the 273 and a 26-inch tire is going to go like 155, 165 miles an hour, which is what I'm going to need in 4th. And then the transmission will obviously like the longer gears and everything. Right now it has such a short drop. It's ridiculous. It's a little bit fun to drive, but not. It's hard to explain. Anyway, this will be better. So I'm going to do this axles and everything. It has disc brakes. What I did get is some Billy buttons from the man himself. I wanted to test them out, wire them into my shifter before we tore this down a little bit again. Thomas and I are going to do our own inboard coilover setup, because I want to do coilovers, and I figured if I'm going to do that, might as well do inboards. So if I ever want to do mini tubs, I can easily do that. So I'm going through all of that. And I think that's it. So I have video here of me driving around. We're 2 or 3 minutes into this. I have video of me driving around using the buttons. Really cool. I want to show you the buttons sometimes, but honestly, it's just like a little solid state relay box that he makes. And you can actually put pretty high current through it. But in my instance, I'm just putting like a half amp. I mean, obviously less than that, like 100 millivolts. Just to trigger the inputs on the Holly, which you guys could also do, or anybody could do, to do trans brake and bump as inputs to the ECU, making it extremely easy. And if you have a detachable steering wheel, you just have the button, so it'll do 4 buttons in the box, and you can mount the box to the steering wheel like I did with Zippy ties. Anyway, we'll show you some more Fairmonts. Well, I guess we have done nothing but show you Fairmonts over the years. We'll get some more videos on the Fairmont updates, get the disc brake 8.8 appropriate rear gear in it, go make some more power, and a lot of other fun things. Alright, steering wheel shifters. this week, so I wanted to get this out and drive it and show these off. That's down into second. Turn the blinker off, turn it back on. Third. I got a bump steer kit and everything. Put it down in a third. It's nice not having to use the brakes and not having it always in like such a high gear with the 6 gears. You just choose which ones you want. Easier than I used to push the buttons here. I still can, but this is obviously nicer than like reaching over here, guessing.